dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight.
What is up? What is up, y'all? How are y'all doing today? Dutch, that Alan, I see you. Or that Ellen, excuse me. I don't know why the fuck I said that Alan. So yeah. Today today we're going to be discussing the Millersville raid. TBI came in and raided them. And of course, we're going to be discussing Tyre. Right now, it's only a jury selection. I do know they have already marked some jurors off. I do know that I think they said 200 people they pulled from 4 different counties. So, but I will get into. Tyre is going to be last, basically. Hey, Grandma, my favorite grandma. So, but Millersville, if you haven't heard, they were raided by the TBI due to because they were doing illegal ass shit. They were running financial reports on pretty much basically like politicians and things like that. So they asses got in trouble for doing that because they were basically breaking the law. Let them tell it though. Every time they ran a report, they have a case number, but I think they're full of shit. But that's me personally. Hey, Kitty Coo. So basically what I gathered though is agents with TBI searched the Millersville Police Department last Wednesday, so this past Wednesday. Susan Newland, spokesperson for the TBI, confirmed via email just before 11:30 a.m. that agents are conducting a search warrant execution at the Millersville Police Department as a part of an ongoing investigation. At the same time as they was raiding the Millersville Police Department, they also raided, surprise, surprise, Shawn Taylor's home at the same time. No big surprise there that he's the assistant police chief. Y'all heard me talk cash money shit about him. He is the assistant police chief of Millersville, and he is a QAnon. He is into that deep ass shit. He likes throwing out wild ass conspiracies. So, but Nealon later had said Wednesday afternoon that a second search warrant was carried out at the Millersville Police, like I said, Chief Shawn Taylor's White House area home at Skyhawk Court. Excuse me. The house sits in Robertson County between White House and Cross Plains. Nealon did not provide any details about the nature of the investigation. This is a part of an ongoing investigation. We don't have any additional information to provide at this stage. The search comes after months of turmoil in Millersville that led most city officials to resign or be fired, including a recently hired police chief. And if y'all remember, they have had, I believe it's 4 police chiefs since 2020, and I believe 3 city managers since 2020. And then the town, the city attorney, he's a piece of fucking work. Hey, Josh. Hey, Mimi of 8. Broke a bit. How are y'all? Brian Morse forms this Brian, boy, I just found his name out. So apparently he's the police chief. And he's the one who's been backing Shawn up on everything. Because for a while I have been asking, who the fuck is the police chief? Not the assistant police chief, but who is actually the police chief? Because you're just allowing this man to do this crazy ass shit. Damn it, Dutch, I want some shit. Anyway, Brian Morris, formerly chief of the now defunct Ridgetop Police Department in Robertson County, was named Millersville Police Chief in February. In April, Morse was appointed interim city manager. So he's holding police chief and interim city manager at the same time. I didn't know that was possible. But then again, you got the fucking super mayor up there near Detroit. So there's that. Working both jobs, but largely relinquishing day-to-day police operations to Taylor. So there you go. That's why Taylor's able to get away with all the bullshit he gets away with. Moore said investigators took some laptops and case files. These are case files we had. Then the city, of course, turned around and flipped it and tried to make it a goddamn PR stunt. Millersville, touche. I see what y'all did. These folks said, these are the case files we had tried to give them to get them to help us with in the past, Moore said. He added that he welcomes the investigation, saying authorities now have everything Miller's police have been trying to give them. He called the raid unnecessary. I think it's retaliatory in nature, Moore said. We would have given them access to anything they asked for without the show of force. I believe it was done to make us look bad and undermine our credibility. Moore said the city requested months ago for the TBI to investigate alleged criminal activity that occurred in Millersville before January 2024. These acts include police misconduct, involving the employment of uncertified police, which I have discussed previously. I believe it was 5 or 6 cops that was on the force that did not have credentials to be on the force, but they were getting paid as PD. The printing of police commission cards, theft of city documents and city property, election fraud, and voter fraud. Moore said TBI's search of City Hall Wednesday sought election information, he said, is alleging official misconduct involving individuals previously offered to the state investigators. First of all, that shit was already turned over to Post because I discussed this previously. It was already turned over to Post, and Post had already sat here and said, you better get rid of them fucking cops that you got because they're not legal. They're not even supposed to be there. So they had to fire them. Well, a few of them ended up turning around suing the shit out of Millersville for sitting here saying it was racism and things of that nature going on within the department. So what they've been trying to give to the FBI is beyond, or TBI is beyond me, because Post, which is the Peace Officer Standard Training, they're the ones who certify and decertify police, all LE in this state. They had already ruled on that. So I don't know. They're grasping at straws, basically, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But whatever. As you all know, Millersville PD has been restricted by limited access to crucial financial crime database. Millersville Police confirmed last month that his department was restricted from using the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, to track financial related crimes. FinCEN is basically created to safeguard and to combat money laundering and crimes related to terrorism. It also promotes national security through the use of financial crimes. They were running these reports on people that they swear are part of these eggs trafficking rings. They were running financial reports on. They were doing it to politicians and shit. They even included Al Gore and said he was a part of Pizzagate, basically. Hey, Donna, I appreciate you just being here. So that's why TBI took their access, because they was running these goddamn reports fraudulently. They shouldn't have been doing it, period. But let them tell it. They have case file numbers on every person that they ran this report on, yada, yada. Let them tell it. My question is, what date was those reports made? Was it made after you ran the report? Because if that's the case, then you got you got to explain to me. You said you got case numbers on all of these reports that you ran fraudulently, I might add. What is the dates on those case numbers that you submitted when you ran those reports? I want to know. Because it'll make a hell of a lot difference if y'all sat here and all of a sudden made case numbers or case files on people after you ran the FinCEN report. And if you did that, hey, Twist, if you did do that, then yeah, that's against the law. You're not supposed to be doing that bogus ass shit. Then again, y'all been breaking the law up there for the past, I don't know how many years. Y'all been doing fuck shit and been getting away with it. Now all of a sudden y'all got an issue because TBI is up your ass. And you want to flip the script and sit here and say, well, we welcome it. Really? Is that why y'all went on a shit bashing tour? Like Shawn Taylor, he goes on conspiracy theorist panels and shit like that. And he sit here and bash the guy from News Channel 2. I'd have to go pull his name. But he literally bashes him because he has pretty much told the truth about them. Has pulled Shawn record, had pulled previous files, had pulled when he was out here harassing a woman, and pretty much had said some racist ass shit like, oh, you'll give the black dude plate, but you ain't gonna give me none. Type shit. Like he doesn't need to be an assistant police chief, bottom line. But here we are. Anyway. Brian Moore stated, we run those reports through TBI, and they are the ones that restricted the access. He said that TBI told him that his department's access was restricted due to standard audit. They have been accused of requesting information on people who speak out against Millersville PD, Assistant Chief Shawn Taylor, also the city manager, which was Brian Morse, and then also you have the city attorney, Brian Crow. If y'all speak out against them, expect these folks to try to bully you. Because that's what they've been doing to the News Channel 2 guy. They have tried to harass, bully. Just go look up, like every time he has done a story on them, they have harassed him. They tried to pull his record, all type of shit. It's excessive what they have done to him. That's why a while ago when I had did a live, I said, Shawn, I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. I don't care. You got to drive to Memphis, first of all, and that's a good 2-hour drive for you. So, and good luck here, because it ain't shit like out there. You stay in a little itty-bitty town. This city, all right. So, TBI is in their ass. I welcome it. I'm glad that they're in their ass. I'm glad TBI is doing something about it because these people have overstepped their boundaries so many times. Shawn should not be a police chief or assistant police chief. Like I've said, if you go back and listen to some of my other lives that I've done about Millersville, you'll see why I said that. He is a piece of shit, bottom line. So, TBI said, yeah, fuck off. You ain't gonna bully us. He think that city or that country boy should have fly here. I don't know. I really don't give a shit. Don't come fucking with me, because I'm telling you, that shit that you doing out there is not gonna fly here. I was tripping off the fact they raided his shit. I'm like, that's what your ass get. How you gonna call the TBI and say somebody shot up your shit? Then you tell her to get the fuck off your property because you didn't like how she was doing the investigation. Well, surprise, surprise. Now the whole goddamn TBI force showed up on your ass. That shit was crazy. The man tell her to get the fuck off his property. You called them and said somebody shot your shit up, which there is questions if that even happened legit wise. Hint, hint. Just saying. Like some of the shit. Just saying. I'm not saying he shot his own shit up, but now, so Tyrese, I'm moving over to Tyrese's case. A lot of y'all know Tyrese's situation, Tyrese's case. If you don't, I had shared an article earlier and a link earlier about Tyrese's case. The Fed trial started today, which means that they are in jury selection. And this, I had to remind myself, this is Fed. This is not state. This is Fed. And then a part of me got mad because I'm like, why the fuck y'all pulling me for a Fed trial for them fucking TVLs? Knowing good and damn well I wasn't finna sit on that damn jury. Now this one, I would have answered all them questions. Nope, I'm not biased. Nope, I can do it fairly. Nope. I like when I say I would have answered every question how they wanted it to. And then as soon as we got to deliberations, guilty. And I'm not changing my mind on that. Period. So if we're going to sit in a deadlock, hung, whatever, we can do that. But I ain't changing my mind. Actually, no, I took a break this weekend. I took a break from everybody, really. Only one live I chilled in. I had planned on going live this weekend, but I was feeling like blah. I didn't want to. I think some of that was my own mind. Because I be having real life shit go on over here. I real do. I know folks. So I just took a break. I kind of left everybody's chats and videos alone. I really didn't go in nobody's shit this weekend. I just focused on me. Because I know me. And I know how I get down. I wouldn't have let this shit go. I know me. I wouldn't have let it go. But I also know holding on to it ain't going to do me no good either. So I just took a break and said, fuck everybody. Zeus, chill, man. You barking at me. Oh, yeah, most definitely. If someone was, folks text me, call me, I don't care. I hate to say that, but I don't care. I don't give a shit, folks. Folks, that I don't give a shit. Let them, because you see, I haven't said shit in a week now. So who's on whose mind? Just saying. So, but no, it was a much needed break. Got shit done. I needed to get done. Like I said, I got real life shit going on over here, so I ain't got time to be sitting on the goddamn internet arguing with people and shit like that. I just don't. I got better shit to do. Hey, nonsense. So, but I think watching Tyre shit and knowing my city and knowing how our court system is, it's kind of got me a little defeated because I know how our system is, but I also want to remain hopeful and hope that they prove me wrong. But I know my city, unfortunately. I know my city, and I know how my city gets down. I know how our judicial system gets down. I know how. Now, feds is completely different than local. It is. Like I said, I was just down there in the Fed building in February, so I had already knew they wasn't gonna allow cameras and all of this shit because they never do. So, Cash, you missed it. I even played my intro that Dutchie made for me. Shout out to Dutchie. Uh, Now they did have reporters down there. The courthouse was packed, just FYI. The courthouse was packed, y'all. Um, I will. The courthouse was fucking packed. They had activists, they had Tyreek's family, they had journalists. Of course, then you had the defense for all 5 of the officers accused. The courthouse was packed, but unfortunately, when you're in Fed building down there, you cannot record. You can't even wear a smartwatch. Like when I went down there, I was under the impression we couldn't go in with phones because right there on the door it says you can't go in with phones. But then shit, I'm up there sitting in the jury duty box, and they're like, "All right, y'all need to pay for y'all parking. This is the code." So our shit wouldn't get towed basically. And I was like, I left my shit in the truck because I thought we couldn't have phones. After that shit, I kept my phone in my damn pocket. But like, you can't have smart watches. If you have your phone, it has to be off. Like, it's all type of shit going through that building. But it was packed. I know it was because I seen the pictures. I really hope that this jury that they select do what it needs to do. And I'm also worried about it because here's the thing. The jury pool that they pulled is not strictly from Shelby County. So they was slick with it. Even though they sat here and said, no, if you did it in Shelby County, we're going to hold the trial here in Shelby County. They pulled residents from Tipton, Lauderdale, Fayette, and Shelby counties. Tipton's almost an hour and a half from us, depending on what side of Tipton. Fayette. And I'm sitting here like, all right. Hey, Pebbles. But when I saw that, I said, touche, motherfucker, touche. I thought y'all were going to hold it in Shelby County, and I have only Shelby County residents on this jury trial. But we shall see. Now, this was the latest update after 5 p.m. They pulled 200 total. They pulled 200 people from all 4 counties. So the judge has named 40 potential witnesses. So FY on that, we will have 40 potential witnesses. 3 jurors have already been eliminated. And I know the first question is, what would make you a good juror? Been there, done that, had to answer that question. The second question is, are you biased? Would you be biased to the crime committed that you're here and discussed today? That's the second question, because that was the question that got me off of my jury duty. Yep, because they're gangmen. I wasn't doing it. I fucking knew one of them. They were TVL. You think I'm finna fuck? No. Hell no. And then one of them, I like the dude that I know he knows one of my big brothers in these streets. So hell no. No, let me off this jury duty. Yep, they eliminated 3 jurors cash. The jury pool was pulled from 4 counties in West Tennessee. Now with Fed, that sounds about right because that's the district court. So they pulled from Tipton, Lauderdale, Fayette, and Shelby. They will be narrowing down the pool of 200 down to 16 to 12 jurors with 4 alternates. Each day, the trial should finish around 5 to 5:30, with the trial lasting 3 to 4 weeks. The first question to potential jurors: what is a good characteristic for a juror to have? Told y'all. I was just down there in February. I was just down there. I fucking know. And for the second question, the jurors were asked what they thought bias was and to give examples. The judge asked if anyone had work or family issues that would keep them from being on the jury for 4 weeks, which is a typical common question. One dude that was with in my jury pool, the man said, I got to feed the animals. I work on the farm, and if I don't feed them, they don't get fed. He got cut. He got cut with that answer. Because Judge Cheryl, she was like, so what about the animals today? He said, they didn't get fed. All of us just, it was fucked up, but it was funny. The 3 former officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith, were seen waiting with their attorneys outside the Odell Horton Federal Building in downtown Memphis at 7:30 a.m. Line for the jury pool stretched down the sidewalk on Front Street. Yeah, see, we didn't have that many. I think we had like 60 to 70 in my jury pool. But then again, with this being a high-profile case, they probably did pool a lot of people. At 10 a.m., Tyre Nichols' family entered the courtroom. A federal grand jury indicted the former officers last September on charges of federal civil rights violation, conspiracy, and obstruction. These are separate from the state criminal charges in the incident. Five now former Memphis police officers, Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith, were fired for misconduct, inducted by a grand jury, and taken into custody. Martin and Mills, who have already taken plea deals in the case, are expected to take the stand. So I'm assuming they're going to be 2 of the 40 witnesses. A pretrial conference was held on Friday for the representatives of the former officers. During the meeting, Bean was the only officer who attended. Yeah, that goes to show how serious this shit is to them. They don't give a fuck. They don't. They don't. I really pray and hope with these jurors that they do the right thing. I really do. And I'm not talking, I've said, y'all seen my post, I don't want no 5 to 10 years. Fuck that. That's a slap on the wrist, because if it was me and that's just driving, I could get 5 to 10 years. Rules for thee, but not for me. If I'm a cop, I guess I can slide with all type of bullshit. This 5 to 10 year shit, no. I know they were talking about giving one of them 15 years. That's still not enough. You sat back and watched a man viciously get beat, and you laughed. You didn't say shit. You didn't say stop. You didn't say, hey, y'all, he's pretty fucked up. We need to. You didn't do none of that. Then when the fire department got there, y'all didn't tell the truth. You said pepper spray. pepper spray. And laughed at his face when the man couldn't sit up because y'all kept propping him the fuck up against the wheel, and then got mad because he couldn't sit up. He was damn near already dead. Then the lengths y'all went through to cover the shit up. On the reports, y'all lied. On cameras, y'all tried to lie. I guess you didn't expect the sky cam to fucking... I guess y'all just thought that y'all was going to make it magically disappear. I don't fucking know. I don't know what y'all thought, but you wasn't thinking, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to get mad. And I'm going to get emotional because I'm going to get mad because then I want to punch something in somebody. Y'all failed him. Paramedics failed him. Y'all tried to cover it up. You pretty much told the family, fuck off. And then when the video came out, oh, wait a minute, we gonna fire him. Not realizing, like, we don't give a fuck about that. And I still want to know why them other cops that was on the scene, how come they wasn't fucking charged? I knew what the fuck I saw during that initial encounter. Preston. I still want to know why your ass wasn't charged. I'm not letting that one go. Because you said clear as day on camera, everybody heard it. I hope when they catch him, I hope they stomp his ass out. Did you not? I've said it numerous times. I've said it, me personally, I probably would have did the same goddamn thing if they would have came at me like that too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have did the same fucking thing if they came at me like that. You automatically come to my door aggressive as fuck, trying to yank me the fuck out of my shit. See here and start hollering, I'm resisting you. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. You're trying to tell me put my hands behind my back. Then y'all trying to make up shit reckless driving. Well, there was no reckless driving. So then y'all turn around and say, well, we found shrooms and stolen credit cards. I don't give a fuck if you found a goddamn brick of coke back there. You had no reason to be fucking with him. Period. And I know my city. Unfortunately, I know MPD, and I'm not saying all of them are bad because I know some good cops. Hell, I just had one a few weeks ago. Instead of making it worse on me, he chose not to do that, and I appreciate the fuck out of him for that. But you have bad actors like them that make it hard for us as residents, period, to trust any of them. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, purple, blue. We do not trust them, and this is why. Imagine if that shit wouldn't have been called on Skycam and we were just going off a body cam. Do y'all know how bad they would have twisted that shit and flipped that shit and made Tyree's parents probably basically make them look like goddamn fools? Now your son was out here doing it, but they tried to do it. They put it in police reports. They tried to tell us our eyes didn't see what the fuck we saw on video. So if they're doing it that blatantly, I can only imagine what the fuck they're gonna do in court. That's why I want to stay positive, but at the same time, I know my city. I know how this city gets down. We don't want to pay no fucking lawsuit. The city will literally sit here and say it's not our job to investigate nothing, so we can't be held for any lawsuits. That's the type of shit my city does. They're holding out on the civil suit, which I know why they're holding out, because they want the cops to be guilty first. Which I look, I can't fault them for that, because if and you already had two of them plead, which they're sitting here talking, like I said, 15 years for them. But I want these motherfuckers brought up on second degree murder charges, and I want them charges to stick. I don't want to hear no manslaughter. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Y'all beat that boy until he was dead. So 5 and 10 years, let's take that shit off the table. 15 years, let's take that shit off the table. 20 years, let's take that. I want fucking life, because let it be me or anybody else out here in Memphis, it would be fucking life with no parole. We would never see the day of light again. And I'm telling y'all what I know. I got people down there now fighting charges that really they didn't even do, but because they in street shit, guess what? They're not gonna snitch, but they didn't. Meanwhile, you got cops out here like this that's actually committing murders, doing shit. I mean, one of them straight up admitted he lost his temper. He let his emotions get the best of him that day, and we can all learn from this, really. What can I learn from an Uncle Tom like you, bitch? And this ain't no racist shit. I've seen it numerous times. And if you want to try to check me, bitch, you can't, because I'm black and white, dumb bitch. Anyway, um, a lot of black officers sit here and try to fit in with the good old boys. It's the truth. They do. So you have a lot of black cops out here that start for the right reason. And then, of course, when they realize, I mean, yeah, let's be 100. Would an honest cop who sit here and calls out his fellow colleagues, would he get a promotion? If an honest cop called out his colleagues or his boss or anybody, a lieutenant, a sergeant, if one of these cops called out one of their own, would they get a promotion? The answer is no. And if anything, you have made yourself a target and an enemy, because now the police we can't trust you. We can't trust you to have our back because you sympathize with fucking felons and shit. That's how they look at it. That Ellen, we call them Uncle Toms. We really do. Or Uncle Ruckus. If you watch Boondocks, you'll know. Look up Uncle Ruckus. He fucking hates black people, but he'll kiss white people's ass, and I'm not. Like I said, I don't really give a shit because I'm half white, half black, part Native. I got so much shit in me, it's ridiculous. I'm a legit mutt out here, but a lot of black people wanted to know why Preston wasn't charged in this, why he didn't receive charges in this. A lot of people wanted to know why the lieutenants and the sergeants that helped cover this up and filled out the use of force form and all of that shit for these officers, People want to know why they wasn't charged. People wants to know how come the lieutenant from the fire department that sat here and said, no, it's a pepper spray and caught that bitch. People want to know why her ass wasn't charged. Because, bitch, you know the ABCs of being a paramedic. You know that. I'm not a paramedic and I know the ABCs. You knew when you got on that scene the assessment you were supposed to do. Instead, you didn't do that assessment. Instead, you took the cop's word for it and y'all let that man suffer. Then you want to sit here and say, well, why am I getting fired? Bitch, you better be glad that's all you got. Because you could be like these other 5 motherfuckers right here. Your ass could be sitting behind the goddamn penal farm right now. Be grateful, bitch, that you got by with that. A lot of the people that played a part in this, they have yet to take accountability. And I know why, because you have the goddamn civil, the federal, then you got the state. Like, I get why, but at the end of the day, there's no excuse for y'all taking that man's life. There's no excuse for taking anybody's life out here unless it's justified. And there's been times I've been on the opposite side of this. Pika's not here, she's busy, but me and Pika have knocked down drag out, y'all. There's times you're just not going to move me on a certain situation. You're not. And if I feel like the cop was right, well, the cop was right. But in this case, you wasn't right in this. None of y'all. None of y'all. I thought George Floyd was bad. I really did. I thought Rodney King was bad. When they started comparing his beating to Rodney King, I said, here they go, hyping this shit up. Here they go, they're finna make this goddamn spectacle. Maybe they didn't beat. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, maybe it's not that bad. But when the news sat here and said, no, it's worse than Rodney King. Wait, what? And when that video finally dropped, and some of y'all may have been in Rabbits when it happened, when they finally dropped that video, because I was on Rabbits panel. I remember like it was yesterday. They shut everything down at 2:00. They had shut all stores, everything, because they expected us to tear this fucking city up. They expected us to. Because they didn't want the video released. At first, I was against it too, and I know the family wanted it released. My thing was, and now look at it, because this is how I'm looking at it. They had to get that jury pool out of Shelby County because, or not just only in Shelby County, because half of Shelby County saw the goddamn video. And I guarantee that's probably one of the questions on the jury pool. Have you seen the video? I guarantee it's probably one of the questions. Really, if you was on the west side of Tennessee, you saw it. Hell, folks in Nashville saw it. Folks in Knox saw it. Folks in Martin saw it. Folks in Jackson saw it. Folks everywhere saw it. And when I saw the video, y'all heard what I said, don't watch it. I cried for an hour straight. And I had called my mama because I'm like, Mama, that could have been any one of us. And she said, I know. They beat him until he died. And I wasn't processing it, especially like I'm sitting here watching 5 black officers beat another black man. And I'm like, so are we back in the fucking 1800s, the early night? Like, are we? When was enough for y'all? Y'all really held him up to throw haymakers. Y'all really stood him up so y'all could punch him and beat him some more. And I can't wait till we get to that part of the trial because I want to see your response for this. I want to see y'all's response for that. I cannot wait till we get to that part of the trial. And when they ask you, so did you not hold up Tyree while y'all proceeded to beat on him some more? I want to see how y'all twist that and say, oh, well, he was resisting, or well, his body tensed up. How? He was already damn near brain dead. How? Nonsense, no. The federal, no. The judge has ruled that no cameras are allowed in. Court reporters are allowed in, but they're only giving us updates around like 3 when they go on break, basically. So around 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they'll send out updates. But in the Fed building, they are not. They had already ruled that I covered that a few weeks ago. They had already ruled that they're not gonna, as far as the Fed trial, they will not be streaming the Fed trial. No. Now the state trial may be different. That judge may let them. I don't know. They haven't ruled on that yet because they wanted to get the Fed trial out the way before they did the state. In their head, they was like, me personally, I felt like they was being Captain Save-A-Ho to the police. They was like, well, they can't do both trials at once. How come they can't? How come? Why y'all being Captain Save-A-Hos? Let it have been anybody else that had a fair charge and a goddamn state charge, y'all would have been sending that shit upstairs and that person would have been fighting both of them at the same motherfucking time and would have had to come up with $15,000 in retainer fees to fight that shit. But I guess because they're police, we don't do that. I call my god brother right now. They'll tell you they sent his shit upstairs with no evidence while fighting local. So why in the fuck they got special privileges beyond me? But they got special privilege. And that's why I said they're gonna pull. I do not. Let me knock on wood. I don't want it to be true. I really don't. But I know how my city is. My city is not paying out lawsuits. That's first of all. My city is not going to admit any wrongdoing. They have yet to admit any wrongdoing. The only thing you heard was from CJ. And CJ doesn't even know if she got a job after this trial. Pretty much. That's why they listed her as interim police chief. No, I agree nonsense, but they had said it weeks ago that they were not going to allow cameras in there. As far as Fed wise, I knew they was going to be a bitch about Feds. I did. I knew they was going to do that. I knew they were going to be a bitch about Feds. Now, state may be different. Like I said, I don't know. It just depends on the judge. But I knew a few weeks, it was like a month or two ago when I told y'all they had already sat here and pretty much said that that it wasn't going to be televised. So we have to get updates, or I have to get the updates basically from either News Channel 3 or Fox 13. That's the only way I get the updates. At that Ellen, nope, we want that bitch gone too. She's the reason. Hold on, let me explain, because I know a lot of people say that. Well, I don't like that bitch. Let me explain why we want her gone. Because I explained this a long time ago, but I don't know if y'all are around for that. CJ used to be Atlanta police chief. Look it up. I ain't got no reason to lie about her ass. She used to be police chief in Atlanta. Look up Red Dog and look up what they did. She also covered for one of her sergeant's husbands. He supposedly had a child graphic design, let's say it like that, on his phone. And she told the investigators, don't investigate it, basically. So she covered for a PDF file, then turned around, got hired here, and created the Scorpion unit. And the Scorpion unit basically did the same thing that the Red Dog unit was doing, except they got caught doing fuck shit. They beat the shit out of my god brother. That's why when this shit happened, this is why I kept hollering, especially in Rabbit. She'll tell y'all, I kept hollering. This is not their first time. They've been beating people. They had been beating people here. They beat the shit out of my god brother. Filed a complaint, went nowhere. As a matter of fact, they harassed them more. Okay, turned around. A man ended up getting his arm broke by an MPD officer, Scorpion unit. Surprise, surprise. He's actually suing for $5 million right now. They had no reason to run down on that man. Then you had the Tyre Nichols situation. A lot of people have came forward and said, no, they beat the shit out of me. Why do you, if you go back in my lives, you'll also hear that they had to let go of 40 of the cases that Scorpion unit had handled. And they had to let these people go because guess what? Your word is no longer good because you got caught lying on reports. You got caught lying even though the body cam footage was there. So all of that shit got squashed. Because of her fuck ups as a leader. So no, that bitch need to go too. Her right along with Paul Young. You can take his ass with you too. I don't want him as my mayor. Actually, you can take Lee ass right along with you too, because I don't want him as my goddamn governor. Why we can't have medical weed? I guess we gonna be the last motherfucking state to get it, huh? Because you got hemp farms, huh? Which means money out your pockets, but fuck the residents. Mississippi got medical weed before we did. Arkansas got medical weed before we did. But literally from the top to the bottom, all them bitches can go. Everybody in this state can go. There's very few reps that I actually fucking respect in this state. Very few. I'll tell you one of them, Steve Cohen. He's actually a good man. I've met him in person. He's finicky sometimes. He is. Sometimes he's finicky. But he owns his shit. If he fucks up, he owns it. The school board. That bitch need to go. Soon as she got here, she had a goddamn email gate. Shit, she firing people through email. Let me rephrase that. She's not firing people. She sat here and told these teachers that have tenure, that have been there forever, y'all can take this pay cut and still be a teacher, or you can find a job elsewhere. A mass email. Not a one-on-one, not a, hey, we appreciate your services. We know you've been a school teacher for 15 to 20 years, yada, yada, but we're doing some restructuring. And they didn't do that. They sent out a fucking email to everybody. So guess what? That email got sent to the news. Then, surprise, surprise, guess who came in town? Board of Education, and they investigated Memphis City schools. And guess what? Y'all failed to properly document to properly notify LE against sexual assaults that happened against teachers and students. That was y'all, Memphis City Schools. Y'all. So, yeah, everybody in this city really needs to fucking go. Sick of every goddamn body in this city. Motherfuckers holler they won't change, and then change, you won't change, but that change includes rising up fucking property tax. You rose our property tax, you know, rose the goddamn wheel tax. Like, get the fuck out of here. Change my ass. No, you want more money to fund y'all's bullshit. Can we get our roads fixed first? You know, the ones that got them giant ass goddamn craters in the middle of them that y'all put the goddamn orange cone in front of them and just block it off. Or better yet, how about y'all fix some goddamn massive ass sinkholes that you got on the E-way? Y'all love toting that fucking flyover. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna scare the folks in Memphis. Never mind. Let me shut up. It's a lot of fuckery in this city. And no matter where you turn, it's fuckery, pure fuckery, no matter which way you turn. The roads are shit here, man. Fucking 1 street by me going on Stratford, man. Your shit gonna go in a goddamn sinkhole. No lie. Your shit will go in a sinkhole. Real shit. Over there on 40, right there by Watkins. Man, your shit, by the time you get done and you come over on the other side to exit 9 Hollywood, man, your shit needs a whole goddamn realignment because you the whole time. You know how many times they done repaved the motherfucking and it's still fucked up? Or better yet, we spent millions on a goddamn boat landing. Surprise, surprise. Guess what? Y'all fucked up. The engineers fucked up. Y'all didn't calculate some shit right. And now the waters is never high enough for them to land the goddamn the River Queen and shit at the motherfucking boat landing. Y'all spent what, 25 million on that? And it's just sitting there. Don't even get used, huh? That's why I said this city is fucked up in more ways than one. And unfortunately, I'm only one voice. And yeah, I can scream. I can give my goddamn army voice. My goddamn. I'm only one person, though. Until everybody in this city actually comes together, stop the bullshit. Let's stop all this hatred. Let's stop this jealous ass shit, because a lot of this is hatred and jealous. You mad at the next bitch because she doing better than you, or you mad at the next homie that's out here because he got a little bit more money than you. Like, let's stop that shit. And I guarantee if we come together, we could get a lot of things done. But people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Instead, they want to continue beefing, continue warring, continue shooting each other up and shit. We got bigger things to worry about, y'all. We legit got police out here killing us and about to fucking get away with it if we don't sit here and tell these motherfuckers we watching y'all. Hey, Art. Like, there's so much other shit we could be doing. No, they don't want this shit to happen. Could you imagine what would happen if the fucking Crips, the Bloods, the VLs, the Grape Street, everybody, could you imagine Hoovers? And I know that's fucking unheard of. Could you imagine all of us just coming together and saying, we want better for our city? And I know a few of them that stand on. I know a few of them, like I know some big, like top shot of shit. And I'm pretty sure I could get at least two or three of them to say, hey, let's stop this shit. Let's stop the violence. But it's going to take more than just the four of us sitting here hollering, let's stop the violence. All sets have to come together. All sets have to agree. This is the truth. And not only that, not all sets, but you also have to, the way you have to explain it to these youngins and make it seem like it's their idea so they'll go along with the flow because these youngins, I hate to say it, they're the reason why a lot of this shit is going on in our city. There's like, when you got 12, 13, 14 year olds out here carjacking with guns and shit, like, the old heads all day can say chill out. These youngins ain't listening. They don't give a fuck. They're more ruthless than my damn generation. I thought we was ruthless. Shit, they got me beat. And I be on some crazy shit, but them little youngins, they got me so beat. But the way they do it is coward shit, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's coward shit how they do it. It's coward shit. Y'all come up in the night and shit want to shoot somebody's shit up. No, you can't do this shit in broad daylight. Look them in the eye. Why you doing it? If you're gonna do some shit like that, you can't. A lot of these folks is cowards. I'm gonna shoot you in your back type shit before. That's weak shit. That's weak ass bitch shit. A lot of these youngins, if they really had to put their dukes up, real shit, if they had to fight, they would get their ass whooped. They know this. There's a few of them I seen with hands, but a lot of these folks out here, them youngins, they can't take an ass whooping, hence why they go to the gun. That's exactly why they cannot take an ass whooping. The old head beat their ass. Next thing you know, they come back trying to shoot up the block because the old head embarrassed their ass. And Tiki, no, hell no, they don't. I know. I was a part of this shit. I know. That's why I say I can't run from it. I can't shy from it. And I've made my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes. And you grow and you try to do better, which is what I've been trying to accomplish. Of course, apparently that's not good enough for some. I'm still a thug. I'm gonna be a thug till I die, bitch. But it's crazy out here. The thought process and poverty has a lot to do with it. It does. It does. Um, Livable wages has a lot to do. There's so many layers to this, and I would be here all day explaining this shit. I would, but my point was bringing that up is if everybody in this city could come together and sit here and say, Mayor Paul Young, your ass is on notice. Senator such and such, such and such, such and such, your ass is on notice. MPD, interim chief, bitch, you don't even know if you got a job tomorrow. Miss CJ, your ass is on notice. If we came together and put these folks on notice, don't you think they would chill out with their fuck shit? At Arctic, and that's what I'm saying. Well, two of them pled, so they're saying 15 years minimum, possibly. I don't even think he's got them. I don't even think they're gonna get that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I feel like they're just putting shit in our face to say, yeah, they played guilty, y'all. We gonna give them 15 years though. Bullshit. Bullshit. Meanwhile, the other three sitting here fighting and shit. They in Fed court right now. Fuck that. I really don't even give a fuck about the Fed trial because it's not the Fed trial I want to see. I want to see the state trial where they got them on second degree murder charges. That's the trial I want to see. Because this Fed shit, this is a slap on the goddamn wrist, 10 years max. Because the shit that they was goddamn charged with, a fucking slap on the wrist. But the reason why the feds didn't charge them with murder is because the state charged them with murder. I'm like, let it been anybody else. Both of y'all would have charged our asses with murder. I'm just saying what it is. Let it been state and feds. Both of y'all would have both tried to charge them at the same time and then had both of their trial courts date going on at the same time between the feds and the state. That's how petty our shit is. But when it comes to cops, though, well, we're going to wait until the Fed trial is over. Then we're going to do their state trial. Why? You don't give nobody else that luxury. You don't give nobody else in this city that luxury. If a motherfucker's fighting charges downstairs and the shit gets sent upstairs, they have to fight both at the same time. But I guess they're special. I guess they're special. I don't know. But we need to keep an eye on that as more comes out. City and MPD. The officers are not listed individually in the civil suit. It's the city and MPD that's listed in the civil suit. The last time the city had a civil suit against them, which was Eliza Fletcher family, where they had pretty much sued and said if y'all would have tested those grape kits, what colored ass would have been? I can't think of his name. Cleo ass. His ass would have been in jail if you would have tested the kit that was submitted damn near a year prior. MPD said it's not our job to investigate a damn thing, so we're not responsible. And they won. They won. So the city lost to an heiress, a billionaire heiress family. What the fuck y'all think finna happen with this shit? Even though it was on camera, even though we saw it with our own eyes, even though half of Memphis saw the shit, what you think's gonna happen? And that's being honest. I hate to be like that, but that's just being real. I saw it. The motherfucker straight up said, we're not obligated to investigate shit. So your lawsuit is null and void. And they threw that shit out of court based on that argument. Hey, Lurker. Hey, Steph. So that's why I'm trying to have high faith. I am, but at the same time, I'm a realistic. I live in this city. I live in this state. I know how they do. I know the bullshit games that they play. I want to have high hopes. I do. But I'm also realistic to what's in front of us. AT. Hey, Ari. That's why I'm just like, I know how my city and state get down. I know how they be doing bogus ass shit. They'll do anything to wiggle out of some shit, and they've done it numerous times. Folks have lost their goddamn mind in this city. We've had so much shit happen. We've had so much shit happen. Like somebody kidnapped his ex, took them on a high speed chase through Cordova. The dude ended up wrecking, and the two people ended up killing him. Like all type of shit done happened this past week and weekend. Hell, they just spanked off on the police earlier. Matter of fact, this morning they had shut down 55. They had seen a car on the E-way ride with no headlights. They got behind him. They spank off. Once they spank off, MPD had put a call out, a bolo basically, be on the lookout for them. Well, some other officers seen them. They cut because the original cops deactivated their lights and sirens. They cut it off and said they wasn't going to chase them. Well, the second officers that they ran into ended up, I'm assuming, I don't know because all the details haven't came out, but I'm assuming that they chased them and they ended up crashing both the driver and passenger in the stolen vehicle. It was stolen, ended up in ICU. So it's just crazy shit. One thing after another in Memphis. I'm all right, Aries. I took a break. I took a break from everything. I think about after Friday night, I kind of checked out on everybody. I think I went to one live. After that, I just kind of, I don't know. I was kind of, for one, I was kind of tired of folks. Was Chico, I'm so like y'all. I'm good. I'm straight. Majority of this shit was lies. I'm not finna go out my way to correct shit. Like all you gonna do is flip it, tell another lie. So I'm not finna go out my way to correct it. And then on top of that, in so many ways, what I had been saying was confirmed by Rabbit. I don't know if a lot of people caught on to that, but Rabbit kind of told folks what happened. But folks was too goddamn slow or stupid to pick up on it, or they just didn't realize it. I don't know, but Rabbit pretty much told what happened. She just did it in a slick ass way. But after that, I'm like, because I had seen folks. Did you see? I don't give a fuck. Let them talk. Because what's going to end up happening is people are going to be disappointed in me. Because when I said there was going to be pages of shit, pages. So I just said, fuck that. I'm not finna keep going back and forth. I'm not finna keep entertaining folks and their bullshit. I'm finna go do something productive, and that's what I did. Kitty Coo, yeah. They do nonsense. That's why I'm like, y'all can have it. I don't give a shit no more. I don't. I'm wasting my time, y'all's time. I don't give a shit no more. I don't. If y'all want to fucking be mad over imaginary shit that didn't happen because y'all are listening to somebody that's giving y'all a half-ass truth, then that's you. I don't give a shit. I don't care. And that's all like, I'm so sorry, Chico. And I'm not saying, yeah, like, I hated it. It's just, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm cool. Because if I hang on this shit, I know me. That's why I said, like, after Rabbits, I was done. And I meant that. I'm done. I'm not finna go back and forth about it. Apparently, y'all, I don't know and don't care. As nonsense is, I live rent free in people's head, and that's fine. That area, I know. I really appreciated Rabbit though stepping up because a lot of people did not expect that one. They didn't. They didn't expect that one to come out. Hell, I didn't expect that one to come out the woodwork. I did. I didn't even know it was gonna happen until like 30 minutes before the live, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But she heard it with her own, like she heard it, and like I said, I don't give a fuck what you attack. You can attack my looks, my sexuality, all of that. Although I've never claimed to be a trans, I've never said I was an atheist. What I said is I don't believe in that goddamn fake ass book that people love to tote around. I don't, because it was written by a man and has so many contradictions in it. I do believe in a higher power though. Weird, but whatever. Like there was so much shit, but the one thing that really pissed me off was you attacking my sobriety. Don't do that, bitch. Cause that's the one thing to make me turn up on your ass for real. Don't do that. Like hell no. I fought fucking a long time to get to the point where I can say I'm actually clean and I don't have to worry about looking for a perk or something. No, fuck that. They do make my ass itch. I still stand on that one. Like I said though, I still stand 10 toes down on what I said. I ain't got time. I think keep going back and forth with motherfuckers I don't even know in real life. Apparently I was on y'all mind though for y'all write emails and all type of shit on me, and I don't even know you broads. Exactly nonsense. That's why I just kind of said, y'all can have it. So this weekend we're supposed to be like, oh, I don't know, don't care, don't give a fuck. I don't care what they said this time. I don't know, don't care. I think people finally got the hint, like, yeah, Chica really don't give a fuck. I really don't. That girl can sit here and say, I fucking killed Jesus Christ for all I give a fuck. I don't care. When you get to this level of, I don't give a fuckery no more, like, I'm sorry. You don't get under my skin apparently like I get under yours. Sorry, not sorry. It is weird. It's weird behavior. That's why I stepped away from it to because I had planned on going live this weekend, but I just like I said earlier, I wasn't really feeling it. I was feeling like blah, and I didn't want to do it. I did not want to fire it up. I didn't want to go live. I didn't want to, so I didn't. Well, thank you, Cash. So, but the reason why I came live today was to update on the Millersville, which, yep, TBI rated they shit, rated Shawn Taylor's house as well. And Tyre's trial was starting. I don't know if I'm going to be live every day. I'm going to try to give y'all a little update. Hey, Kat. I'm going to try to give y'all an update, but I'll also be providing links daily for y'all to follow as well, so y'all can keep up with it. Because only way We have to show these folks we're watching. Bottom line. Hey, Kyle. And the only way change is going to happen is by us sounding the fuck off. No, that's actually my neighbors over there. They've been working on their unit. I thought they were done, but I guess not. Um, the only way we're going to get change is by us sounding the fuck off and by us letting these officials and everybody involved, including Tyree's family, know that no, we're watching. We're watching y'all. And y'all need to come with the right verdict. If y'all come with this 5-year, 10-year not guilty bullshit, pray for Memphis. That's all I'm going to say. Real shit. Pray for Memphis. If they come with a not guilty verdict, pray for Memphis. That's all I have to say about that. Because they will. I know they will. We begged and pleaded with these folks the last time. Please do not go out here and tear shit up. Please, because that's all they're expecting from us. And they listened, majority of them, not all of them. There was a few stores. But this time, there ain't going to be no pleading. There ain't going to be no talking. There ain't going to be none of that. They're not going to listen to the old heads. They're not going to listen to reason. They're not going to do none of that. They will burn this fucking city down. I know what they're asking for, but it's not Tyree's parents, though, unfortunately. That's why I said us old heads, we asked the last time for it to be peaceful. And majority of it was, besides a few stores did get raided. But not on the extent of like Seattle, things like that. This one, though, if a not guilty verdict comes back, they're going to burn this fucking city down. And it ain't going to be the middle age. It ain't going to be the old heads. It ain't going to be us. It's that new generation that's watching y'all. It'll be them. And right now, they're not listening to nobody. They don't even give a fuck what their mom and daddy say. That's how lost and misguided they are. So you think they give a fuck about police or anything like that? No. You think they give a fuck about a building and people losing jobs? No. You think they give a fuck about lives affected if this city is burnt down? No. For one, their brain isn't even fully developed. So guess what? They're not thinking that far ahead. I don't know. But I know they need to come with the right verdict. And not this 5-10 year shit, like I said, though. Because if they do, people are going to see a new side of Memphis that they ain't never seen before. They thought it was bad. I'm just sitting here and I'm just picturing that shit in my head right now. And I'm just, people think Memphis is bad right now. Y'all ain't seen shit. Wait till this trial is over. Thank you, Grandma. It's definitely fucked up. And I wouldn't want it to be that way, but like I said, these youngins ain't listening to no goddamn body. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see both sides, but I don't agree with it. I don't. Because okay, prime example, like if they go burn Nike down tomorrow, that affects my family. How is my mom supposed to pay for my dad's medication when he is a heart transplant patient and his medicine is $125 every week, and that's with insurance? Then plus her medical bills, things like that. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, y'all cannot do like warehouses and stores, Walmarts, Targets, regardless if you deal with, regardless if it's insured or not, those employees' paychecks, those are not. That's not insured. So while you burning down, looting, and tearing up the Walmart, the Nike, or whatever the case may be, do you know how many thousands of people you just fucked over? Do you know how many people you done possibly put more of a burden on them? So what happens if my mama loses her insurance? Of course, I know folks don't give a fuck because it doesn't affect them. If it doesn't affect them, they could care fucking less. They don't care. Because I used to have that argument, fuck it, let them tear it down. But then when I got older and I started, whoa, hold on, yes and sure, but these folks still took a loss on that. Because like me and my ex had a falling down about this shit one day. She was like, stand for something, fall for it. Bullshit, man. You know good and damn well we got drivers sitting on that goddamn bridge right now, and they can't get that load across the fucking bridge. And you know, like I know these trucking companies will fire them for being late with a load. They have. They have pissed off a lot of people. And it seems like that's only getting worse. They're pissing people off left and right. And I'm just sitting here and I'm shaking my goddamn head because I'm like, you motherfuckers. By the time we get done, y'all motherfuckers is going to be. Let's see. I'm curious of how they'll do that. I'm curious to see how they'll do that. Because they're going to protest. I know my city. I know my residents. I know my Memphians. They're going to protest. If that shit does not go how it needs to go, it's going to be some shit in this city. Hell, I may want to go to Mississippi for a few days. And I hate going down there. Anybody that know me, I hate going to Mississippi. And it's not that I hate Mississippi. No, I hate law enforcement down there. They're worse than fucking MPD. But, yeah. I just see bad shit happening. But anyway, it's damn near 7 o'clock. Yeah, well, it is 7 o'clock my time, and I still got to feed the goof troops and give them some lovings and attention. For y'all that asked, here y'all go. Hang on, give me a second. Y'all know I'm new to this shit. I'm learning it though, but yeah, I'm new to this. I'm gonna keep on this. I'm gonna keep y'all updated as much as possible. But like I said, with this being fed, unfortunately, cameras are not allowed in there. So I get the updates pretty much when y'all get the updates if you're signed up for them. Y'all, please be safe out here. please take care of one another. Thank all of y'all for being here with me. Make sure y'all hit that like. I got y'all though. For the folks that wanted to see my intro again, here you go.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the twilight zone.
We're definitely gonna make it longer, but it's a start. So y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe out here. And like I said, make sure you press the like, share this video out. I don't know, I haven't saw, but I do believe we're 15 away from 1K. I do believe. I haven't checked it past couple of hours, so I don't know. But we're 15 away from 1K, y'all. So I appreciate the fuck out of y'all for everything, all y'all support, all the kind words, all the encouragement. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for standing up for me. Thank you for calling out the fuckery. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. All right.